That's The Gospel on Fox Footy Channel.
James Hird trotted around the Essendon huddle to be at Dean Rioli's side as Kevin Sheedy spoke to them during the break. And then a number of Rioli's teammates ran to him as the huddle broke up to wish him well for the last quarter of his football career. And the Bombers will give it the lot to try and make it a winner. And they have first use of the ball. They're 9 points down. This is Joel Reynolds as Essendon make the first forward move. That's to a 1-on-2, and the one McVeigh is not the tallest. Joel Bowden done a pretty fair job with a big task on Lucas, and still been a good playmaker. Hall to Simmons. Tigers' turn. Bursting through Foley, and he heads in the Richardson direction, but not this time. And Solomon didn't know he had it, and once he did, he burst away, but the kick's not good. Delidio not able to pick it up. Reynolds, Lovett, Murray. First goal important here. Stanton taking it wide but well to Dempsey, who's
good
done
kick.
some good things.
Lucas and Hird in 50.
He finesses the ball to Hird. It was a clever kick from the youngster. It's a difficult shot. Hird. Oh, he has done it magnificently.
How good's that?
He knew what he had to do, and he knew he could do it. Goal umpire Craig Clark is waiting for the all clear. There have been 2 or 3 of these tonight, but there's no doubt. Hird gets his second, and the margin is just 3 points.
Well, it was just a sensational kick. Let's have a look. He knows the angle's tight. He prefers to play on. He drops it on the angle. And that is exactly what he wanted to do. Have a look at this. The angle, the slow motion, the connection. Thank you very much.
He is amazing, isn't he?
He is. Just the balance.
And the self-knowledge.
I reckon he knows from that position there, that angle kick, he'll probably kick that 3 out of 4. A set shot from outside the boundary might be 1 or 2 out of 4.
Haverall. Cartledge now to Rioli, to half forward, just subtly nudged under the ball was Lucas, cleverly by Joel Bowden, who takes the mark. Running hard to receive is Pettifer. Kicks inside 50 to Richardson, just too good for Bradley. And Matthew Richardson thought about dishing it off, but he'll go back now and kick for goal number 8.
You'd actually like to see him break Bassett's record, because forwards really have to earn them, don't they? He has earned every one tonight.
It's his 8th contested mark. Essendon for the night have taken 7. Old-fashioned player, but gee, you love to watch him.
7 goals so far for Matthew Richardson. It's home.
A totally dominant performance. 8 goals for, 15 marks. He's been unstoppable. And this is like the day Robert Walls kept Stephen Silvani on Tony Lockett when Plugger kicked 10. I was just saying to Robert Walls, it's like the day he kept Stephen Silvani on Tony Lockett down at Moorabbin.
It's good for his education. He became the fullback of the century.
Stafford back for Richmond as they stack it up forward. Battle for the takeaway here. Tigers a chance. Tivendale, Simmons, all those left footers. Foley lobbing it forward. Polo having to fist it away, did it well. Simmons on his wrong side, didn't know what to do and made a mess of it. Johns down in front of Lovett Murray. What a smooth customer he is. Oh, McPhee didn't take it with him. Hasn't been his best night.
A couple of fumbles by McPhee in close.
Foley, here's Richo again. Bradley a chance to have a run at him that time, and he might have a win. Then again, he might not. Foley again. Chaffee. Tigers by 9 points, looking for the next to open up some space in it. And there a chance. Delidio to Pettifer.
Brilliant kick, brilliant play. Brett Delidio.
Kicked a couple, knows how to kick a goal, but knows his range. Gives it to Howard.
Two umpires, field umpires, looked at each other then, as if to say, was that 15 metres?
Back in here. What did umpire Walls think?
Just.
I think that's all right. Cameron Howard, 4th game, made a promising start, although a bit subdued tonight. Kicked a goal or two so far, and he's kicked another one now. He likes it, and the Tigers lead by 15. Howard running to make position. Richo's been doing a bit of that too.
Well, a little experiment with Andy Cracker didn't last too long. He's think he'd gone for the night now with that ankle injury as Stafford comes back on. His second last game of AFL football.
Well, he hasn't had too much of it tonight, but he's the longer option down in the goal square. Patrick Bowden, who's been very quiet for 3 quarters, back there with him. Richo out towards centre-half forward.
Cole fired it out to Peverill, to Rioli. That's a beautiful pass.
Lovely kick.
And the mark's taken by McVeigh, well within range.
When these teams met in round 6, Rioli played, and remember Kevin Sheedy was questioned, if not criticised, for the fact that he did play. He was a little underdone, and there had been this emphasis on getting him to the 100. Essendon lost by 2 points. Sheedy and Rioli would love to turn it around tonight.
Mark McVeigh gets one back for the Bombers. They're still in the hunt. $30 goals in the match so far. And this attacking style of play we've been seeing in the competition the last 6 weeks or so continues, much to Robert Wall's delight. And to everyone's.
Again, the Bombers persist with this forward set-up at centre bounces. I quite like it because it just means there's a lot of space if they can get a centre break.
Bombers have won the centre clearances tonight, 18-12. 50% better than their opponents. Mark Johnson, good placement. Love it, Murray. Went courageously, gets it free. Front on contact. I didn't think there was too much doubt. The Richmond fans don't like it. If you're coming front on, you have to have your eyes on the ball.
I think that's a free kick. Ray Hall crashes into Lovett Murray. Eyes are off the ball. Has to be the free kick to the Essendon player.
To cut the margin to 3 points.
Richmond fans like it.
He cuts it to 8 points.
Bowden goes to the short option and finds Tuck. Long ball to the wing. 2-on-1 contest here. Essendon had the numbers. Rioli put the body on the line. Couldn't win the ball. Tivendale, that's a throw. Umpire was right onto that one. Free kick going the Bombers' way on centre wing. And taken by Cole. Off to Stanton. He finds Watson. Leads on from Lucas. Watson decides to go the short option and finds Johns. Now Hurd. No, it's longer than Hurd. It's to McVeigh.
It's been a good move. McVeigh going forward.
Rioli off the ball, got hurt in that clash, put his body on the line. Little pat on the backside from John Barnes, so you'll be right, mate. No, he's not. He's coming off, in fact.
Hope he can come back. It'll be a sad way to end if he's off injured and out of the game.
And Mark McVeigh has already kicked one this quarter. And 2 missed opportunities there for the Bombers. And there's Rioli. He's got a knock on the arm, and that's a clash of bodies. The Tigers lead by 7.
Essendon should be closer. Deledio threading it down the southern wing, and guess who's on the end of it? Mark number 16. It's been Richo and then the rest tonight, with daylight between them. Tivendale, Solomon coming the other way. Well played by Cole. Done a couple of good things to McPhee, Lovett Murray, Watson. Here go the Bombers. This looks useful. Lucas will need to get rid of it. He did, not as he intended. Reynolds to McVeigh. Got rid of it in time. Tuck. Well contained tonight. Tivendale, oh, Richardson crashing in.
Good to see Richo doing that, Tim. He's really up and on. Now let's have a look at Brett Deledio. There's James Hird licking at the hands. We've seen that for years, haven't we? The master. And this is the young fella who played a bit on him tonight, Brett Deledio. Well, he's the apprentice who's going to be a master. He's going to copy James in more ways than one.
Johns. They're full of running here, the Bombers. I look at them right at the moment that they got the fresher legs. As Watson goes inside 50 and the mark's taken by Lucas. And he can kick this goal.
Well, Joel Bowden does give you a chance because he backs his judgment, and he just didn't play tight enough here. He was backing back, expecting the long kick.
Good protection from her too. Sten Rioli continues to receive treatment on that right arm injury. And Lucas has got 3.
They had 3 set shots, the Bombers, in the last 5 minutes that were all very gettable.
Should be in front. White kicks to Howard. Just a goal in it now. A straight kick. We have a thriller. Howard aiming to kick long and then checked it for Simmons.
Pretty disciplined, the Bombers. They've gone one-on-one. Richmond finding it hard to find players in space.
The finger licker. Deledio to Tuck. Able to break and go to Richo for mark number 17. And he will line up for goal number 9.
It'll be Richo's 22nd disposal. As you said, Tim, 17 marks. This is one of the best performances of the year by anyone.
Hard to think of a better one. A more dominant one in the context of any one game.
31 years of age now.
He's only kicked 9 once in his career.
Well, we've seen the Bombers miss 3 set shots in a row.
He's just hooked that a little, so a miss at the other end of the ground. The margin's 7 points. When he did kick 9, he actually went one better and kicked 10. He's giving that a big nudge tonight.
8 goals, 5 to Matthew Richardson tonight. Hird at half-back. Looks at what's on offer and kicks with pinpoint precision to Bradley. He goes out wide. Johnson's run hard here. He kicked a couple of goals. He can run on here, Johnson, and just about nail it. It's close. Just offline. Boy, they've had some opportunities in the last 5 minutes, Essendon.
4 shots.
Bit of choking going on, perhaps. Joel Bowden. Chaffee. White. That's handling. Good movement from the kick in by Richmond. And that's a good kick to Deledio. And they can go coast to coast. Pettifer for his 3rd to stretch the lead. They did that very easily.
Good to see Richard Tambling back himself, use his pace. He's got pace to burn. He should do that. It's a nice kick. Courageous mark. Unselfish handball. Brett Deledio played a fine game tonight at both ends of the ground.
Tigers have always been able to kick that goal when they've needed to tonight.
But Kane Pettifer's got 3, the margin out to 12.
I have a feeling this is Stafford's first go at a centre bounce. Simmons is down in the goal square.
And Stafford did it superbly to Deledio. That was beautifully done. Inside 50 go Richmond again. Polo against Stanton. Stanton one out. Bombers on the attack. He has a couple of bounces. Now drills it long. Looking for, but not quite finding Dempsey. Lucas is in there. Now Raines under pressure. High ball to half-back. Tamlin couldn't handle it. He's got a free kick though for a push, just as Essendon
50 metres.
had worked at the half-forward. It's a 50-metre penalty as Tamlin will get up and take the free kick.
Troy Simmons is a danger back in that goal square on Solomon.
Did not like much of that either.
Not a lot in it at all.
So Richard Tamlin. Matthew Richardson lurks. He just pops it up. Looked a bit short. Oh, 2 Essendon players spoil each other. And there's a bomber down. Doesn't look too flash. Kick to half-back for Essendon. Tamlin juggles. Got the free kick.
Simmons.
And from there, off his left boot, he's a chance.
Yeah, he's a 50-50 chance, I would think. Solomon was in that marking contest where about 4 bombers crashed to ground. And that freed Simmons up.
And Tristan Cartledge it was, who looks as though he might have come off worst. Richo meeting him in full cry. Sounds like a nasty injury, a Tristan Cartledge. Simmons to open up a 3-goal lead again for the Tigers. He's hooked it, but it straightens and it finds its way home. Richmond by 18 points.
Well, the big bloke's an accurate set shot for goal. 19 goals, 3 behinds from set shots this season. Good move by Terry Wallace. Stafford did his job at the centre bounce, and the big fella's been able to kick a goal. Simmons within 5 minutes of going to the full forward spot.
Was that the flight path he intended for that missile, Rob?
I don't think so, but you'll take it.
What do they say? Doesn't matter how?
That's right. Just have a look in the book. Let's see how Simmons. Let's see how Stafford goes. Got a head out very clearly minutes ago.
And he did it again, but this time it went straight to Hurd, who read it beautifully. Well, Troy Simmons converting better than 75% this year. He's got 25 goals 8 for the season.
David Hill come into the ruck.
Stafford again. Pouncing his hide. Back inside 50 go Richmond. That's a good mark taken by Bolton.
Gutsy mark. He had to mark it. And he did.
Oh!
Essendon players look back at Bolton and say, what are you doing? It's got to be a certainty if you switch from one back pocket to the other.
I can sense a few more talkback calls from disgruntled Essendon supporting members of the anti-Mark Bolton club coming on this week.
Kane Johnson to really rub the salt in the wound and just about seal this match. Well, 5 minutes ago, it looked like the Bombers were the team that had the run on the legs. They had 4 shots at goal, couldn't nail one of them. It's gone down the other end. Richmond have made the most of their opportunities. It's game over.
Well, the Tigers have kicked 19-9, Essendon 14-15. That pretty much sums it up, doesn't it? Wasted opportunities by the Bombers.
For a few moments there, it looked as though we might have 2 draws in one round. It would have been the first time since round 7, 1977, when one of the drawn games was between Essendon and Richmond. And the number 4 there for Essendon, Jobe Watson's dad, was making his debut.
It's another famous draw in 77, wasn't there?
There wasn't one. We're due, actually. You know, it's 29 years since the last one, and that happened 29 years after the previous one in a grand final.
Matthew Richardson's had a night out. He forces it forward. Stafford ripped off the ball. Hurd. Over to Stanton. To Solomon. A number of options. He goes to Hill. Back to the run of Peveril. This is disposal number 31. Kicks to the tip of the goal square. McVeigh, spoilt by Rains. Great roving Watson, but had no help. And the Richmond players swooped and concede the rush behind. Let's go down to Christy Malthouse in a minute just to find out the condition on Dean Rioli, because it could be all over for Dean, who came off with an arm injury.
Stephen, the doctor has been checking. It looks like they've been checking to see if it's actually broken. I don't think it is. They've left him alone now, but he certainly doesn't look like he's going to come back on the ground.
That's unfortunate news. Sad end to Dean Rioli's footy career. Tambling and Kane Johnson, who kicked that last goal to just about make Richmond safe. Gives to Polo, who's grown a neat little beard. Play on. Hyde, tied up by McPhee. The umpire takes pity.
He didn't say anything. I was yelling out about 10 times. You mustn't have heard me. Yelling and screaming.
They've kicked big scores, the Tigers, the last 3 weeks. 142, 140 and 123 at the moment.
Brent Stanton from a long way. Oh, another poster.
That's forward tonight, Tim.
Wasn't the height, it was the thickness of the padding, I think, Rob, that did that.
Absolutely.
3 posters to the Bombers and 1 to the Tigers.
Played a good last 10 minutes as Kane Johnson.
Right there.
Sideways to Rains. Matthew Richardson's provided a lead on centre wing.
Well,
in fact, he's at half back.
5
What's
minutes.
that record?
5 minutes to go, just over. I wonder if they're trying to close down shop.
He's got 18 marks now, Matthew Richardson. The record set by Bassett a few weeks ago over at Amy Stadium is 22.
Have you ever seen him kick better in
No.
field passing?
No.
He's been excellent, hasn't he? I think they've closed up shop.
Back a metre.
Bit of basketball, just to rub it in.
Well, they better not be too cute, because 3 quick goals in a row and they're... Oh.
Tank might be just running a little low.
It's a big night, isn't it, for Richo? 23 disposals, 18 marks, 8 goals, 5. Simmons the tap. Shark by Watson. Got it over to Hurd, into the middle. Stanton's full of running. Has 2 bounces. He's been chased down by Tambling. Kicks to the goal square, and the mark's taken by Hall.
Not a good kick from Stanton. Neither one thing nor the other. Is that a push in the back? Just a rattling Dean Solomon spoil. Tiger fans seem to have an alternative view. Dean Rioli not looking like a man with a broken arm. Hill against Simmons. Dyson twisting cleverly out of trouble. Monfries. Oh, poor kick. Turning it over. Bad kicking is bad football. Last week, Essendon were beaten 19-10 to 15-16 by Hawthorn. And at the moment, they trail 19-9 to 14-17. Foley to Hyde. Tigers seemingly with it under control. And soaking up seconds. Tivendale saying, if you want me, come and get me.
This is where it's important for Essendon to get one-on-one all over the ground. If Richmond have a loose player, they'll just keep using it. They've decided to wind the game down. Essendon supporters getting frustrated. You can hear the booing.
That's Kevin Sheedy.
Hall. Short kick to Rains.
Ray Hall pushing down from behind reins and will be used. And that is poor play by Peveril, who chose not to run hard.
So this is the stuff that frustrates the supporters.
Yours!
But you just got to man up.
Not that the Bombers have never used the tactic themselves.
No. Wasn't having a direct dig at the Tigers. Good crowd tonight, almost 49,000.
One of the first displays of this sort of thing was in a match between Essendon and Carlton early in the season back in 1997. Raised eyebrows when Essendon played keepings off with the footy as they protected a narrow lead.
Richmond's had the last 21 marks, we've been told.
Make that 22.
They've got a bit of a break on the wing here.
Long kick in the direction of Hyde. And after all that,
He should get penalised for throwing the ball away. Well, at least it's back to a neutral situation. Essendon's a chance to get it.
Basketball, he's dribbling.
Spike. Rioli back on.
So he will finish. Let's hope he can get a touch. Hill to Heffernan. Peveril. Good break by the Dons. Lucas was the target who'll get a free kick. It looked a little fortunate.
Joel Bowden not happy.
50 for being demonstrative.
Joel Bowden, one of the more eloquent and articulate of modern-day footballers, and he obviously gave the full repertoire to umpire McInerney. A certain goal to Scott Lucas. It'll be his 4th of the night.
One each quarter.
Which is a pretty good return against a very good opponent. It cuts the margin to 16 points. But very little time left. Good contest all night. Doesn't take too much imagination to work out the sorts of words that might have been spoken in the exchange.
Last 6 weeks, Lucas averaging almost 5 goals a game. Finish off the season nicely. Tigers by 16 for their 11th win of the season.
Essendon's got 9 players forward. There's one of them.
And that's Solomon. There's Rioli. Too far out to score, you'd suggest he's about 60 from goal.
Well, we know he's a lovely pass and we know he's an unselfish footballer. He might think a big torpedo just to show everybody what I can do. Yes. Good on. Oh, no.
He's gone the unselfish route. Looked for Heffernan, couldn't find him. And that's deliberate, surely. Oh, that was red hot. That was red hot, that one. Interesting in the centre bounce here. It's balked, didn't they?
Simmons might have lost his footing on the way in.
Great ruck work.
It was a great tap. And the goal is kicked by Dyson.
Margin 10 points, but it looks like too little too late for the Dons.
Let's have a look at this ruck work. Beautiful tap by David Hill. Set play. Dyson on his left foot round the back. That was glorious. I'll just keep telling you how good these ruckmen are, Tim. How important they are to the game. Again, the Bombers loading their forward line, so if they can get a quick clearance, they're a chance.
Essendon have lost 8 matches this year by 3 goals or less, and they've played a draw. They're 10 points down. There is not long left in the game. Dean Rioli in the last seconds of his career. Can he make something happen? Not quite. Joel Bowden relieves the pressure for Richmond. And they can hurt now. Howard. David Hill, the skipper, bearing down. Good kick to Richo. And he's got it again. Mark number 19. And he surely will kill off any chance of an Essendon win.
Joel Bowden, magnificent. Reflex work, took a short ball, a ball that deflected, and just able to snaffle it. Joel Bowden got it out to Howard, who was able to run and carry. And this has just been a one-way affair all night.
His 9th contested mark, his 12th inside the 50. And after the siren, Matthew Richardson kicks his 9th goal. Just the 2nd time in his career he's kicked that many in a game. He has totally dominated as the Tigers have won by 16 points.
A fighting fury with the Tigerland. In any weather you will see us with a grin, risking head and skin. If we're behind it, never mind, we'll fight and win, for we're from Tigerland. We never weak until the final siren's gone. Like the tiger of old, we're strong and we're bold, for we're from Tiger. Yellow and black, we're from Tigerland.
A 16-point win to the Tigers, with Matthew Richardson playing one of the great individual games, kicking 9 goals, 5. Dean Rioli says goodbye to AFL football after 100 games. He got over the line, and that is all for Dean Rioli. As we go down to Christy Malthouse with the man of the moment.
Thank you, Stephen. Well, Matthew Richardson, a night out for you. 19 marks and 9 goals. It was amazing.
Yeah, we played with the 4-man forward line, so there was plenty of room. So, yeah, had plenty of space to work in. It just worked out.
You've won a couple of big games, and this one was a closer game. Do you feel like this was a better win than the last couple of big ones?
Yeah, look, we set ourselves to really make sure we finished off the year. Tonight was a big game for us. We knew Essendon would be playing for Dean Rioli, and congratulations on his career too. But so, yeah, we're happy to come away with the win.
The fact that when you play Essendon, it's usually a big game and a close game. It's the 2nd time you've beaten them this season, which you haven't done that in a long time. Is that a positive you can take out of this season as well?
Yeah, it is. I mean, Essendon thumped us for years, you know, every week. That every time we played them, they'd come out and give us a hiding, so it's nice to beat them twice in 1 year.
Well done on your game as well.
Thanks very much.
Thanks.
Dean Rioli being chaired off his 8th season of AFL football, 100 games. Teary farewell. At his best, Rob, he was magical. Did we get enough of the best out of Dean Rioli?
No, we didn't. And that's a tragedy, because he is one of the supremely gifted footballers in Australia. I used to love watching him play at his best. He saw things unfold on the field that other players weren't quick enough to. He read it to perfection. Beautiful skills either side of his body. But he had a body that wasn't fit often enough for him to perform at his best.
It's a lovely depiction of what this short time in young men's lives means to them. It's all over for him, and it's obviously deeply emotional.
Nevertheless, a very popular figure at Bomberland. And it's always sad when a player says farewell to football. Played a possible 100 out of 187 games.
Well, that says it all, doesn't it? And that is sad, but let's remember the good times,
exactly, yep.
The magic steps, the balks, the little handballs that set teammates up, the miracle goals. At his best, he was able to do what James Hird could do.
But the Tigers get the biggies tonight. 16-point victory with Matthew Richardson kicking 9 goals, 5.
Winners.
That gets the kick away.
Losers.
That's about as bad as it gets.
And everything in between.
What a beauty.
He's getting out.
The Winners, 7:30 tonight on Fox Footy Channel.
RSPCA, for all creatures great and small.
Fox Footy's Round 20 plays of the week begin with sheer guts.
Johnson in from the side.
Determination and strength take 4th spot. Captain Magpie flies a tree.
Why wouldn't you go to him?
Luke Hodges' perfect no-look hand pass sits at 2.
What a great handball.
But Lady Meter Torp owns the top spot.
Oh, it is a mighty kick. That is a monster kick. What a goal. That went through at post height.
The 2006 Premiership season is brought to you by Toyota. Footy, oh what a feeling. Bunnings Warehouse, where lowest prices are just the beginning. Hungry Jacks, oh yeah. Tooheys Extra Dry, the clean crisp taste. Harvey Norman, there's a store near you. And Motorola.
Hello, Moto.
The 2006 Premiership season is brought to you by Toyota. Footy, oh what a feeling. Bunnings Warehouse, where lowest prices are just the beginning. Hungry Jacks, oh yeah. Tooheys Extra Dry, the clean crisp taste. Harvey Norman, there's a store near you. And Motorola.
Hello, Moto.
Welcome to replay of Geelong versus Melbourne from